Good morning, good morning. Hope everyone who's watching this is doing well. I just got back from my little vacation that I had. I went to a graduation, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, I was able to do a lot of new stuff, which was very interesting. Doing new stuff every day, that's one of my resolutions. And I'm very glad that I was even able to have that opportunity to participate in that graduation. But yeah, man, life's been pretty good. I'm coming outside, appreciating nature again, appreciating the birds singing, and just becoming more connected with the universe, right? Because, when I was in a different state, I didn't really go outside nearly as much. I did a little bit, but it not in the way that I wanted to. But that's okay. But yeah, I wanted to talk about just something that just popped up into my mind, before I started recording. And it was just being in the state of limbo, right? That state where you're not really, where you feel like you're not really doing much, right? And, I find it interesting that popped into my mind, because that's kind of where I feel like I am right now. And I want to talk about it. Before, right? My old frequency, my old energy, right? I exerted a lot of habits that were very damaging to my health and my mental and my relationships around me. And so, due to just a lot of the stuff that I've gone through, right, I decided to stop playing victim and start changing, who I am, right? And then I think about that, right? Who am I, right? Well, I used to associate myself with a lot of those habits that I was exerting, right? Whether it be, not taking accountability, or, just blaming the things around me instead of blaming myself, or just being like very reactionary, etc. But yeah, that's what I would associate myself with before. And now, it's been a decent amount of months where I've had an epiphany where it was like, I could be the version of me that I want to be, right? The best version of me. And so that's what I've been actively, doing, right? That's what I've been actively doing. Just trying to dismantle my old ways of thinking, my old ways of behaving, to bring about the best version of me that I know is within me, right? And part of that comes with, listening to my inner child. Part of that comes from just some of the stuff that I've learned, that I've read, that I've participated in, forming new hobbies, as well as now tapping into creator energy, talking about it, right? But I still feel like sometimes I'm in the state of limbo where, maybe my external doesn't really reflect my internal work. But then I say that, and it's not actually true. I say this because, I know now that I am truly abundant. I am truly, I have a lot more abundance than I could have ever imagined, because I used to live in a lack mindset, right? Where I felt like I didn't have X, Y, and Z. But it's not true, because, I have clean water. Thankfully, I have clean water. I have access to clean food. I have access to clothing, right? Even things like the air that I breathe. The air that I breathe is clean, and I'm thankful for that. You know, I have access to technology. A lot of people can't say that, right? A lot of people can't say the stuff that I've said, and that's why I know that I truly am living in abundance. But still, sometimes, you know, I just think, right? And I feel like sometimes I'm in just a state of limbo. But I know that being in this state where, you know, maybe not everything is reflecting the way that you want it to be is probably the best time for me, right? Just because I know that I live in the knowing that everything's going to be all right. I tell myself that every day. Everything's going to be all right. If I get a little bit stressed, or if I, you know, just experience something a little bit bad. Like, for example, there was a plane ride, right? I was on a plane, and I never experienced that much turbulence before because it was such a small plane. That was the smallest plane I've ever flown on. But then I took a deep breath, and I told myself, you know, everything's gonna be all right. You know, if I don't know why I was so worried, because everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be okay. You know, the sky is beautiful. I'm walking. I'm able to experience the world around me. So yeah, everything's gonna be okay. But yeah, the state of limbo, it's kind of beautiful if you think about it. You know, just dismantling some of my old ways of thinking to bring about this new frequency, right? To walk into this new frequency. It's beautiful. Knowing that, like, just seeing tangible growth, right? You know, celebrating your wins, right? That's something I didn't really do myself a lot. You know, I would beat myself up a lot instead of celebrating the small victories. And so yeah, being in this state right now, that is, you know, I should be celebrating that, because I feel like a lot of people don't even get to this. You know, some people can be very comfortable just, you know, being in their ways, right? Or maybe they don't really have an interest to better themselves, right? And that's okay, right? Unless it comes at the expense of others. But, you know, I guess I think about it more, and it's like, I didn't realize how rare it was to actually want to, you know, better yourself in the way that I am, at least. You know, just constantly putting in work, because it's hard. But a lot of things that are hard are often worth doing. You know, just like this ruck walk I'm doing. I haven't rucked in a while just because I've been away, and it's hard, but I know it's going to be worth it because it helps with my, you know, my cardiovascular health. It's great to be alive. It's great to be alive. You know, if anyone's watching this, right, and if anything I've said resonates with you, you know, maybe you feel like, you know, you're putting in work, but your external doesn't reflect it, just know that everything's gonna be okay. Just say it with me. Everything's gonna be okay. This place is nice. I'm gonna be leaving this place soon. I think I'm gonna miss it. Just being able to appreciate what I have before I leave. But yeah, that's just the way that things were meant to be. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. If you're seeing this and you feel like you're in a state of limbo, just hang on and appreciate where you are right now. Appreciate the part of your journey that you are in right now, because not a lot of people can make it. But yeah, I love you. Hope take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and yeah, just remember to appreciate the stuff that you have, and that we are all one, right? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head up. You guys have a good one.